You can't smack brothers in line. You can't smack your woman in line. It don't work like that. How many times did Yahweh Shai smack the apostles? How many times did he smack Mary Magdalene? Listen, you B-I-T-C-H, get in order. You niggas is wicked. Peter, you whack. Bow! And hit him with the open hand. How many times did Paul smack up after he understood what he was supposed to be doing? How many times did he smack up the apostles and punch Titus and slap Timothy? Nah, he did it, man. He rebuked them with the word. Sound speech that can't be condemned. Read.
Not greedy.
Not what?
Not greedy.
See, a bishop couldn't be greedy. How would you find out if a man was greedy or not? Well, you couldn't make him a bishop and then find out. He had to be the heir under the tutors and governors. You see how a lot of these things that had to be found out in this man had to happen under him being under someone? How do you know if a man's greedy or not? Well, just leave him in charge of some damn money. You'll know. You'll know whether he's greedy or not. Let him get blessed by the Most High with possessions and see, does he distribute his possessions amongst the brethren? You'll see the greed in him, the covetousness in him. But he had to be around. Not greedy, go ahead.
Of filthy lucre.
Right. Taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, not for filthy lucre, not for filthy gain. Well, I'm about to be a bishop. Now I'm going to get all the ribs. I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows my rank. Getting all these women. Women love power. Nah, a real bishop ain't doing that. At all. Because the rank means nothing. The rank means more work. The more that's committed to you, the more you got to do, man. The more that's committed to you, the more you're a servant. The more your time ain't your time. Go ahead, read on.
But patient.
But what?
Patient.
How do you know a man's level of patience if he's not around to display it? You can read about patience, that don't mean you got it. You can have all the Bible verses on patience, that don't mean that you know what it is. That's why the first principles you had to be shown. That's why you had to gather. That's why we had to come together so we could work out our patience and work out our long suffering. Go ahead.
Not a brawler.
Not a what?
Brawler.
Yeah, man, we about to go to the club. Next thing you know, we in a brawl. Everything turns into a fight. Because you argue about the word, you argue over the word, you got no patience. And the only way that he gonna get it, I'm gonna smack him in the face. Now we brawling. Read.
Not covetous.
Not what?
Covetous.
Yeah, because when you read about Moses, when his father-in-law told him to get officers, he said make sure that they're not covetous. Make sure that they're not trying to take gifts to pervert judgment. Sure. So why? This bishop couldn't be a man that was swayed with gifts. Oh, the sister cooked me dinner, so now I gotta, when something happens, I gotta be in favor with her. Or, oh, the brother bought me a meal at the mall, so now I gotta pervert judgment for him. No. He understood that no matter what's going on around me, no matter what people give, the judgment of the Most High gotta stand. Yes, sir. But see, all these things, I'm gonna say it again, all these things only be found out about this man when he went through the process. If a man strive for masteries, yet he's not crowned, except he strive lawfully. The only way to get to this level in your calling, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what you think. You ain't gonna do it. And you're not qualified to do it if all you ever did in your life is sat behind a keyboard. Or you did do this, you did go through the training and you pulled back and said, well, now I'm gonna sit behind the keyboard. It don't work like that. Or I'm gonna sit at home. It don't work like that. Like, one minute you come, you call, you do your calling, and then I don't wanna do that no more. But I'm gonna do it a different way. Nah. It doesn't work like that. Again, I'm gonna say it one more time. We know that everyone can't and doesn't have the ability to show up to a school night in and night out. There might not be schools that agree with your spirit. or you might, or and you know the doctrine. You don't agree with the doctrine. We get that. We get it. But for the ones that are able, the ones that know, listen. If it hurts your spirit to not be in class, or if you feel some type of way because you ain't in class and you know you could be, I'm talking to you. Bottom line, I'm talking to you. If you feeling some type of way because you ain't here, and you know damn well you right down the street, and you been down the street, I'm talking to you.
It don't matter who was teaching or who's teaching.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. So let's finish it up. We got 10 minutes. Let's finish it up. Got quiet up in here. Damn. Hear a pin drop. Read.
Verse 4.
One
that ruleth well his own house.
Right, now, ruling your house. Some men's definition of ruling my house is different for every man. Well, I rule my house with an iron fist. Right? Some men feel they got things in check if they just let things happen and then they just brush it under the rug. But ruling your house has to be in accordance with the Bible. Because having an iron fist all the time, where's the balance?
It's unbalanced.
It's unbalanced.
Done.
Letting things just go all the time, where's the balance? It's unbalanced.
Done.
So some men had to be around to see, damn, how does he rule his house? How does he rule his house with the wisdom? Well, when his wife was trying to argue and go back and forth with him, and I watched, I didn't see him punch her in the face. I didn't even see him argue back and forth. He calmed the situation down. He gave her the wisdom. He didn't hold it against her. He didn't get emotional with her. See, some of these things, some people learn visually. And they watch other people and they say, oh, that's how you do that. Again, you can read it. Husbands, deal with your wives according to knowledge, but what the hell does that mean? What does that really truly mean? Until you can actually do it. It don't mean nothing until you can actually do it. That's why I say a lot of these things have to be taught. A lot of men don't come equipped with knowing how to rule their house well. None of us do. None of us did, I should say. None of us understood what with them according to knowledge. Well, the knowledge is she's getting out of order. I'm gonna raise. She raised her voice. I'm gonna raise my voice. Right?
Gone.
Or she turned up on me. I turned all the way down and got docile.
Yeah.
But wait, you just let her usurp the authority. That ain't the knowledge. Wait, you just rendered evil for evil. That ain't the knowledge either. You see how it goes?
Gone.
Where now the wisdom is, well, let's use the knowledge. Let's use the wisdom. Let's use the right scriptures to get her back in line. Go ahead, read on.
Having his children in subjection with all gravity.
Well, every man, the scriptures say every man will proclaim his own good. Right?
Gone.
The scriptures talk about a man boasting his children. Well, my children are on point. Well, are they? Let's put them around these other children and let's see. Let's see who's a little brute beast animal of the pack. We all want to believe that our children are on point, that they're good. I know my son ain't the best. He ain't terrible, but I know that he got some tendencies about him. Right? But we can't be naive and say, well, my children are on point. Right? What were we going to say? Let me get this other scripture.
I got that definition for gravity pertaining to this. It says seriousness, sobriety of manners, solemnity of deportment or character. So read that part about children again.
Having his children in subjection with all gravity.
So having his children in subjection with all seriousness, with all sobriety of manners, solemnity of deportment or character.
And we know that no one is going to be perfect in these things.
Right.
But there has to be some level of avenging disobedience once your obedience is fulfilled, meaning that you're actively, as a bishop, as a man that's chosen for this path, as a woman that's chosen, you're actively reinforcing these principles. You see that?
Right.
It's a continual maintenance of, no son, don't do that. No, daughter, don't do that. Hey, son, good job. Hey, daughter, good job. It's a constant reinforcement process. Hey, wife, that's wrong. Hey, self, I'm off today. Right? We like to forget ourselves, like we just exempt. Hey, self, I got demons. Let me work those out, right? I got demons on me today. Let me figure that out. Let me now follow what the Bible says and go to my elders.
No.
Wear out the footsteps of the elders and let me figure out what's going on with me. These are the things that we were called for, man. Before we run out of time, go back to Titus. Go to Titus 2 and verse 1.
Titus chapter 2 and verse 1.
Don't forget you women. Read it.
Titus chapter 2 and verse 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine.
They become what?
Sound doctrine.
Read.
That the aged men.
That the what?
Aged men. Be sober.
Read. Jump down to verse 3.
Verse 3. The aged women likewise.
Right.
That they be in behavior as becometh holy.
Right. So if you were a woman wondering, well, what's my bishophood? Well, here it is right here. It said the aged women gotta behave like hoes.
Holiness.
Ratchet as hell.
Holiness.
You running around like a thought.
Holiness.
You raggedy. You acting ghetto as hell. Ghetto smurf.
Holiness.
It said they behave in holiness.
God.
Right? What does it mean to be holy?
Pure, separated from filth.
Right, and then set apart. So it didn't mean like, oh, I was holy one day, but I'm not holy today. I was holy yesterday, so I'm good. No, you were supposed to be set apart from the filth.
God.
You were supposed to be consecrated and severed away from the garbage. So it said behavior that was what? Holiness. Read.
Not false accusers.
Not falsely accusing. Not going around, oh, I see you do that, and I heard you did this, and I heard. Scriptures say, let's hear the conclusion of the matter.
God.
Scriptures say, meddle not in other man's matters. Right?
God.
So she wasn't falsely accusing because she wasn't a busybody in other men's matters. She was minding her own house.
God.
Because you got women out there, y'all know y'all aunties and them. They know more about what's going on in your house than they know what's in. They got more information on how to tell you to keep your man, and they can't even keep their own man.
They don't have a man.
They don't even got a man, right?
They've never had.
But they got all the information on how you keep your man, and girl, watch out for this, and watch this red flag, and if he does this, that means this. Well, how come you ain't got no damn man? But see, we gotta watch out for that.
God.
The aged women, you weren't supposed to be on that tip. You weren't supposed to be on the busybody. I'm up in everybody's matters. Go ahead.
Not given to much wine.
So a nightcap every night? I don't need that.
Not given to much wine.
But it's only a drink. I'm only doing my Olivia Pope impression.
Not given to much
Every time
wine.
I get stressed out, I just gotta hit the biggest glass of wine I ever seen.
Not given to much wine.
Right. The Bible says not given to much wine. Why? Because the mind had to be sober.
God.
The example had to be one of not relying on, like the scripture saying, Ephesians. It said, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. It's talking about giving to the Spirit, not giving to the spirit of drunkenness. Ephesians 5.
Ephesians.
Fruits of the Spirit, fruits of the flesh. Right? I got you. Is it Galatians? Oh, yeah. Galatians 5. Sorry. I was just there. Okay. Galatians 5. Galatians 5. Oh, damn, I was just there. And
5:21.
wow. Right. No. Let's see here.
Galatians 5:21.
Yeah. Hold on. I was thinking about something else. Anyway, go back to my point. Go back to Titus. My bad.
Back in Titus chapter 2, verse 3.
Read.
Second to last precept. Not given to much wine. Teachers of good things.
Yeah, teachers of good things, man. Teachers on how to build a family. teachers on how to apply wisdom, how to follow, how to be with your husband. Man, the world got it out for us.
Y'all
got to see it, man. The world has the Israelite woman so duped. You know the thing is, you know what's so funny? You know what's so funny about music and R&B and all that? You know, you listen back to R&B and you're like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be sensual and all about the mood and all that stuff. But you know what's funny? You got women that'll give them their whole spirit to that R&B mode, but they still don't know. They don't even. It's like they believe it, but then they don't even believe it. You know what I mean by that? It's like, you know, the cats that listen to rap, they start acting like thugs, right? Next thing you know, he started out with rap. All of a sudden now he got a couple of chains, pants sagging. He believes the rap, but he acts it out. The R&B is supposed to put you in this sensual mode.
Like I'm in love.
I'm in love. I'm this. But how come so many chicks are disgruntled?
Yeah.
You listen to the R&B and you're like, oh yeah, he's singing to me, girl. But then you're disgruntled with your husband or with your man.
Because they're listening to Keisha Cole.
Because he ain't singing to you.
You gotta see the psychology, but wow. But think about it. It said teachers of good things. Because what happens is you sit back, you listen to the music, the garbage TV, the garbage shows. That's what you end up teaching to the next generation. That let me rely on the R&B, but the R&B ain't even helping you. It's not putting you in a mode of love and joy around your own husband. You give yourself to all the music in the world, and it's not changing your spirit for the good. Think about it. Ain't R&B supposed to be about emotions and love making and sensual? Right?
Yeah. They call it neo soul. It's supposed to touch your
touch
soul.
your soul. Right?
So you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Not his ox shirt.
Wow.
Right? Read. Read.
God dang, I lost my place. Verse 4.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things. Verse 4.
Go ahead.
That they may teach the young women.
Because that was the goal. If you wanted to know what your calling was as a woman in the truth, it was to serve the saints. It was to be hospitable also. But it was to teach these young sisters how to do what?
To be sober.
To watch concerts.
To be sober.
To be all about music.
To be sober.
Wait, because Jada Pickett got the red table, the round table, and what Jada Pickett's talking about is where is that?
To be sober.
Yeah, you're supposed to teach the young women to be sober-minded. To have the sobriety that you weren't taught at a young age. Read.
To love their husbands.
To love your husbands. Very important, man. A lot of y'all don't know how to love y'all husbands. It's sad. You know how to talk back to him. You know how to yell at him. You know how to combat what he's coming with. You know how to be anti. But when it comes to loving him, it's like, what's that?
That's boring.
What's that? Love him. Love him. I don't need to love him. You got to see how the world has duped you. It's simple as this. Beyonce will tell you be an independent woman, but then she'll get married. The same damn night. She'll tell you to be independent. You believed it like, oh yeah, all my single ladies. Right? Independent. But then she'll come back talking about single ladies, put a ring on it. But you put your mind in that single status so hard, I don't need no nigga. I don't need no man. Now ain't no man trying to deal with you. So when it's time for you to put a ring on it, niggas like, hell no, I ain't putting no ring on them rusty fingers. I ain't putting no ring on that.
Did you mention about what the guy told you?
I was actually just going to say that.
What?
There's this guy in the mall, right? He dates this Asian chick. And he only dates, for the most part, like he only dates nations now, right?
Right.
You know what I'm talking about. The guy that dates an Asian chick.
The black dude with the tattoo on his head.
And he got the weird handshake. He used to work with Victoria's Secret.
I know you talking about D.
Yeah, okay, D. Yeah, so like, he had told me one time, he was like, you know, when I was trying to talk to black women, he said that they would look at him and give him that attitude and treat him like bro, don't talk to me.
Like, nigga, who's you?
Like you ain't nothing, get away from me. So
And their head is doing this.
So he said like they will always do that. So he said that whenever he would speak to a nation, it was the total opposite. They were like receiving. So he said that, okay, so he started dating nations. So he said that now when he's like walking with a nation, he said the same black women look at him the same way. Like, oh bro, you
Like,
ain't
why you
nothing.
with her?
Why you with her? But he was like, but when I tried to talk to y'all, when I was coming to try to get with y'all looked at me like I wasn't nothing.
Because Beyonce gassed you up, told you to be independent. Food stamps gassed you up. But the reverse is that when you're called as an Israelite woman, you got to realize that you can't operate in this manner.
God.
So if you want to know what your calling was as an Israelite woman, this was it. To teach the younger women the things that you didn't have instilled in you from the birth. Finish it up so we can go.
God, to love their children, to be.
And to love their children. Your offspring. That's why in Lamentations 4 it says, the daughter of my people have become cruel as the ostrich. It said even the sea monsters pull out the breast and give their young ones suck. Nurture. The black and Hispanic women don't know how to nurture their children, man. You just throw them in front of the TV, yell at them, beat them, throw them on the block, let the block raise them, and you get mad because they turn into gangbangers, they get shot. How you gonna get mad at that when you didn't raise them? You didn't take the time. So it said to love their children. And not just, nigga, I love you, smack a plate of food down, here, eat that. Nah, there had to be a care. Not love your husband, oh nigga, I cooked, here's the slop. Like he in jail. They just slopping the food, you know how they do that in jail? You don't remember the lunch lady back in the day? She would just slop the food on the plate. Like, damn, ain't no love in that. But then there was the one lunch lady that would scoop and make sure it was nice and neat. She would put the green beans in the green bean section, the corn here, the main entree in the big area, right? Put your carton of milk where the milk goes in the tray. Some people had that love. But that's the same love that and care that you were supposed to have dealing with your husband. Not just, oh, I love him, I'm here. He knows I love him because I'm here. What does that mean? No, it had to be shown in a certain way. The way you did things, the way you talked, the way you approached him, the way you acted in public, the way you acted when he wasn't around.
Scripture says, "Let us love not in word, but in deed and in truth."
And in deed and in truth.
So you gotta love it through your
Bring
actions.
it out.
God, lie.
Through your action. Nah, go ahead. But no, the love was shown through the actions.
Right.
Like you can tell a chick, you can tell when a woman puts love into her cooking. You can tell when there's love put into it. You can tell where it's just, yeah, I cook, nigga. Here.
Yeah, you can tell when there's like reluctance or apprehensiveness, and you can then on the plus side you can tell when their spirit's like fully into it. Mm-hmm. It's that body, it's that vibe, it's that language. Mm-hmm. You feel that. You know what I mean?
You can feel the kitchen buzzing.
Come on, you feel the atmosphere when you step in the house. You like, hold up, why you got a pop?
Why you going somewhere else now?
Come on, son.
Don't go here. Come on, let's
God.
Is that it?
Verse 5. To be discreet.
To be
chaste. To be discreet.
Yeah, that was the job, man. To be discreet. Have discretion. Go ahead.
God. Chaste. Keepers at home.
Right. Keepers at home. Dealing with the household. Building your house. A wise woman buildeth her house.
God.
A wicked woman teareth it down with her hands.
Right.
So if you want to know what the calling was for a man, the epitome is 1 Timothy 3. You want to know what it was for a woman? The epitome is Titus. And then we just keep building, but it's all supposed to be done in the name of Christ.
God.
It's all supposed to be done through the wisdom of the Most High. Abadiah.
And what's really beautiful about both the scriptures in Timothy and in Titus, when that bishop, when that man is truly wanting that vocation and doing it, and he has a wife that truly wants to do this.
Her job.
They work really well together, and there's peace and unity in the home, and because they're both on the same page.
There was 3 things that I stood up beautiful beautifully and was beautified.
Done. A husband and wife that agree together.
It was a husband. It was Ecclesiastes 25. It was three things that, go ahead, read it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 25 and verse 1.
And this is gonna be the last scripture. We're gonna get out of here.
In three things was I beautified. It stood up beautiful before the Most High
Read.
and men.
Read.
The unity of brethren.
Come on.
The love of neighbors.
Read.
And a man and a wife that agree together.
Yeah. I know my job. I know my duty. I understand your duty. I'm gonna do my duty. You do your duty, but we're all doing it in the spirit of Christ. We're all doing it through the spirit of the Most High.
And like you had said right before you would call Abadiah, because you're doing it in the unity of Yahushua, right? And so what you're doing is you're spiritually visualizing that person as if you were raising like the children. You're raising a young Yahushua. You're raising a future Moses, a future King Solomon. Right. You know what I mean? You're raising. That's what you're doing. You're visualizing spiritually as you're grooming this child, as you're, you know what I mean, feeding this child continually. Right. You want that child to be that next great forefather. Same with your wife. If you're trying to groom her, you want her to be like the next best Sarah.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I mean?
But that's the duty. That's just part of it. That's just part of the will of the Most High. I mean, we could be here all night talking about what our calling is.
All right.
We could be here. Listen, y'all ready? Nah. Listen, we thank y'all for joining us. We're gonna end it there. We did have a class prepared, but it's all good. The questions ain't bad. We like them. We gotta hit them. Hopefully y'all were edified, man. I know we took that question, flipped it, diced it, drug it out, but it got to be heard. All right, so we'll be back Wednesday. Remember, the Feast of Pentecost, our first fruits, is coming up June the 7th. We won't have class that day. It's a Friday, but we will be here at the school. Right? What time are we starting? At 9? 9. Well, you can be here before that. All right. We usually start. People start getting here around 6. We start at 9. We be here till about 12. So, if you want to congregate, here's another feast day that we're doing it. We do it for y'all. We do it to keep to endeavor to keep the unity. We do it to rehearse the righteous acts. If you're around, man, show up. It's going to be food. It's going to be drinks. It's going to be kids. It's going to be music. It's going to be brothers and sisters having a good time, enjoying the feast days, celebrating what the Most High laid down for us. All right? So, we'll announce it again on Friday. We'll keep announcing it until the day. We'll go over the Feast of Pentecost a little bit in class, so y'all got that. Other than that, if y'all got more questions, let's hold them until Wednesday. And we'll get back with those, all right?
Come on.
All right, everybody, let's say shalom. Let's salute them online.
Shalom.
We'll see y'all back here on Wednesday from 7 to 10. Shalom.